The issue here is slowing down in the beginning and having the courage to really kind of hang in there in the beginning. If they go, and they won't usually if you ask the questions the right way, well, just tell me what the price is on the product or whatever. So if you're a lead, right, your lead comes in off a lead form or something like that, right, Anthony?
Right.
Hey, Anthony, Matt Easton here with Painters Leads. Wanted to reach out to you personally, make sure my people got you all the information you needed. Go ahead. You answered the phone, and that's what I said.
Okay. Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, what can I get you information on?
I just need business. Time's slow. I need leads. So
when you say you need leads and you need business, can you give me a specific example of what you guys are doing? Is it mostly residential painting? Are you doing commercial? Are you doing a mix of both?
We do a little bit of both.
Okay.
Primarily residential, probably about a 70-30 residential. I'd like to get a commercial, but that takes time sometimes.
So the 70 is residential deals and the 30 is commercial? Got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you looking for leads for both?
Yes.
Got it. Just out of curiosity, Anthony, where are you at right now in terms of top line revenue for the business? Where do you want to be?
So last year was around 250, and I'd like to get to 300, 350 at least.
Okay.
Obviously more, but I think realistically 350 would be a good spot.
Very, very doable in your space. At that, where are you at in terms of kind of a choke point with your personnel? Like if we were able to get you the leads, how much beyond 350 could we go here, say in the next few months before you're going to have to hold off on the leads and hire new people? I guess what I'm asking is how much bandwidth do you have before you?
Yeah, no, I've got a good group of guys that are good, and then I think I can dip into a couple more, which would definitely help me get to the higher number.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think I've got the crew to make that happen.
Okay, so we can make it happen at 350 and then possibly even a little bit higher, 450, 500 and
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what research have you done on us?
Not a great deal, honestly. I just saw your ad, kind of filled out the form. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm gonna make some stuff up here because I don't know anything about your business, Anthony.
Sure.
But now, do you see what I've done? I now know, okay, 70% of your business is residential. I know 30% is commercial. I know you'd like a mix of both. I know you're doing 250,000 right now. You're not excited about that. You want to be to 350. It's important. You notice how much I hung around those numbers? And that's not to manipulate, but I want to know because I don't want to start saying 500 and then you be like, well, I wouldn't have enough time to paint the houses. I'm positioning myself to give you, well, let me walk you through how we work because we're a little bit different than a lot of the other marketing companies. My brother and I started this company years ago. What a lot of people don't know is we actually came from your world. I remember exactly when we were close to that same 70-30 split and at 250,000, right? It was not comfortable. It wasn't good. My brother was having to work a side hustle during one job and we were doing jobs at night, so it wasn't good. Here's where it got worse. We ended up going with traditional marketing companies. They didn't seem to understand that these deals need to be scoped better. We were paying a ton of money for leads. We were calling these leads. Half of them weren't even real leads, and we were just in a worse place than we were. So we were like, we got to figure out how to do this on our own. Luckily, my brother had some technical experience on the marketing side because that's what his day job was, and that's why we came up with this. What we're able to do for a very reasonable price is get you both those residential, which are our bread and butter leads, and then a nice mix of that commercial because those are going to be those larger projects that you can get with a little bit higher margin in them. Getting you from that 250 to 350. In order to get you there and then have some room to keep growing until you need to hire new people, what I'd recommend is our XYZ package. What that is $1,500 a month, whatever it is, right? Does it make sense to get that rolling for you? No, not right now. Got it. What's a good next step? Well, I just need to think about it. I got to go through it with my partner. Totally get it, right? Yeah. How about we do this? I will shoot you over an email with my understanding of the current situation, capabilities needed in terms of you guys getting the business from 250,000 to 350 and then onwards and upwards from there. And then I'll suggest some next steps. I'll have that over to you, Anthony, in about 10 minutes. And then what's a good next step for me, right? Call me Tuesday. Perfect. Oh, I don't know. I still got to look at it. Perfect. We'll do, let's see. Today's the 18th. I will call you next Thursday if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Yeah, works for me. Perfect, man. Mission 350,000. You guys are not going to be the first painting company to break 350 or even $500,000. I have no doubt we can get you there with your guys' experience and the quality of our leads, right? And then boom, like I didn't have to, I'm saving all my talking for the very end, right? Because I want to know all about your story and then I'm going to do my talking. Because if I do my talking first and then ask you, hey, how much are you making? You're going to be like, none your business, because you're going to think that I'm trying to justify my price, right? If I find out what you're making and what you want to be making before I give you my price, it's amazing, but the order we bring things up is vital, right? The order we bring it up is vital.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, just work on smoothing it out. You're doing a great job, but just hang out there and learn about their business. People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. The best way they can know how much we care about them is by us asking them about them, right? And asking them, by the way, any marketing company they call is never going to ask them, what's the split? If you had to pick, right? If you had to, and I'm just curious because I've been in painting. If you had to pick, which jobs do you like the best? I like the commercial. Right? Why do you like the commercial jobs the best? One, they'll let us work after hours so we can get a second crew in there at night, because a lot of times on the commercial jobs, they don't even want us working during the day. And two, they're not looking over everything, right? I don't have a homeowner there with a freaking iPhone taking a picture of every little thing because the paint hasn't dried. Totally get it, right? Now you're just having a skillful conversation with them.
So if I ask about what they've done in the past, is that muddy in the waters as far as getting leads and what their marketing is? Is that too much? Because I do feel like I like the information, but it does take me off track a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I would save that. Okay, it's your Yosemite Sam 6-shooter. Yosemite Sam would have kicked Bugs Bunny's butt every time if he had just left his damn guns in his holster and saved them, but instead he walked in the room, was like, bang, 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 bang. And he ran out of bullets. I don't know if he ran out of bullets because it was a freaking cartoon, but I was counting 6 as a kid, and I'm like, dude, he already shot all his bullets. I would save that, what have you done in the past? Because it's not germane to what we're doing right now, and focus on the future, right? Because then you can save that bullet for if they go, I'm just not convinced, Anthony, that what you're telling me is true. Yeah. When you say you're not convinced, can you give me a specific example of what's going on? Yeah, we've heard this from other companies in the past. What companies have you used in the past? Well, we used this thing called Excel. This guy we met at our church. Just out of curiosity, he come from the painting industry? Oh, no, he's a computer programmer, right? And he worked at Google, right? I get it. That's why our company, now I'm taking that weakness and going, I don't know if I went to your church. I don't know if I ran into that guy. That is exactly what we ran into. Because Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong. I get choked out of consciousness a lot in jiu-jitsu. But I believe you came from painting. Did you not?
Yeah, still a painter, actually.
Yeah, still a painter. This positions you perfectly once they've given that objection to go, that's exactly what we ran into. And that's exactly why we started this business, right? Selfishly, I had to solve our problem for my painting companies, of which I still have an ownership stake in a number of them. I had to solve that problem for my companies. I was exactly where you were at. And I was being told exactly what you were told. But see how I'm saving all of that? Because if I lead with, I used to be a painter and blah, 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 it's the order and when we bring stuff up that makes it important. That makes it impactful. If you like this video, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm going to pay for everything. You're going to close a lot more business. You're going to make a lot more money. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're going to say, yes, we did. And then you and I are going to be best friends and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends and you can close more business and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.